Yeah, I finally got a smartphone.
Yay!
I had to because mine was a 3G
Oh, that's right.
and it was T-Mobile and they were discontinuing.
So they kind of forced
So-
you kicking and screaming.
I had to, yeah, but I love it. I'm just trying to figure it out.
That's half the fun.
Yeah, it is. I like it. I get a kick out of figuring it out.
That is half fun. I've got some stuff I need to make copies of real quick.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, we're still a little early. I'll pass these out. Let's see. Okay.
Hey, young man.
My lady,
I see you dressed up for the occasion.
I'm telling you, it's so nice outside, I think I'll leave it outside.
Oh, it's cold.
The hell with it. I've been on hold for what, 40 minutes?
Oh
think-
no.
That's super service T-Mobile.
I just switched to Verizon.
Well, I had to go to T-Mobile because I'm not gonna spend, well, you can do the math. We're all auditors. I think it's somewhere upwards of 300 some odd dollars I will not be spending this year for my flip phone. See, I
Oh,
just,
did you get one of those per minute? Or-
it's one that's supposed to work with 5G,
Okay.
and it only cost me $20 a month as opposed to 50.
Track phone or track phone?
No,
No?
the T-Mobile phone.
Oh, a
Well,
T-Mobile.
that's right, T-Mobile has.
I
really
went
good
from
deals.
Sprint to T-Mobile, which is the same thing,
Yep.
and then what shall I say? I got the same phone number and everything.
Yep. Yeah, I did too, but I switched to Verizon. Yeah. I decided to.
Oh, are we gonna be on camera?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think we have to. No, I don't think we
I
have.
wouldn't wanna break the camera.
Let's see.
Yeah,
All right,
John,
that's
how you
fine.
doing?
I see you got your,
Hey,
your
I came
Sunday
dressed for
best
the
on.
occasion. Hey, I've been scrapping. I found out,
It's good to see you.
Thanks.
I went to, I call it the mud hole, but right now it's the frozen tundra. AAA, out on 30 West,
Oh, yeah.
double
Yeah,
A.
yeah,
I call that the mud hole.
yeah,
They're a little less fussy.
yeah.
So I went and I brought them two catalytic converters, right?
Yeah, I noticed ours was missing. I wondered.
Yeah, well,
Okay, go ahead, I'm sorry.
the short and the long of it is, he had to go get the price from somebody else there, expert. So I'm standing there, and he comes back, he says, that's $85. I says, that's good for both. He said, no, for both of them? He says, no, a piece. I said, $85 each? I turned to the guy standing, I said, John, you want to turn away, I'm going to start, this could get ugly, I'm going to be hugging and kissing on this guy.
Yeah, John, where'd it go?
You know,
I was so surprised
I took some.
that I saved those, because I would have shredded it
Oh,
at CSR, because they don't take the catalytic
oh,
converters.
they don't.
No. So,
Well, good for you.
I mean, that plus all the other junk I had, I wound up with, 170 some odd dollars.
I took in all the aluminum cans that I saved for the last couple
60
years.
cents a pound. But you don't squash them.
Well, he got after me
Those
because
are on your pages.
the cat food cans had the labels on
Who?
them. The guy at CSR.
You're shitting.
No, he said, supposed to take them labels off. They had to wait.
I squash them so
Does
tight.
anybody want coffee? I've got the machine on.
Oh, I'll have a cup, yeah.
I know, it's
I
too late
brought my
for me.
own, but I brought my own water and just add coffee grounds.
Yeah, it's too late for me.
What flavor do you want?
Nothing fancy. English blend, breakfast blend, whatever.
That's a tea. That's not a
Do
coffee.
you use anything in it?
Nope. Me Polak strong like bull. I'm drinking black coffee.
How about you, bro?
Oh, geez. Anyhow, Happy New Year.
Yep, Happy New Year.
Or as we say in Polish, Happy New Year ski.
What can I just give you? Or you got that?
This is mine
And all
coming
of
down.
these are yours. This is the minutes from last year, which I think is
Okay.
crazy that we have to wait a whole year, that you have to sign. And it's, well, actually, that's your copy. This is the one we have to sign for Wendy.
Okay.
Okay, I've already signed it, but that's your copy.
Okay,
You
let
can
me
keep
take-
that.
Oh, no, it ain't 6 o'clock yet, damn it.
Right, yeah.
I wanna earn my $10.
You probably already
or
got
$5.
this, and then don't forget your time sheet.
Let's see.
But that's your copy, I'm sorry. This is the one for Wendy.
Okay, that's,
That we all have to sign for Wendy.
nope. Oh, this is different.
Oh, let's see, where am I?
Agenda.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's 2020, and this is 2021.
No, this,
So this was from 2020, this is useless, okay? We
Yeah,
can
this is
shred that.
2021.
So this is the agenda we had last year.
No, that's this
Why
year.
does it say January 2021, organizational meeting? Oh, that's the minutes from this
This
January.
one, this one.
That's these minutes.
That's, we have to, like I said, that you have to sign this one for
Okay.
Wendy, and that's your copy to keep.
I'm gonna keep this copy
Yeah,
because it's mine.
right.
that's from 12 months ago.
Yeah, now
It's-
I'm so
It's
confused.
2022 now.
If they
Yeah,
would
it's
have,
crazy
if you do
how-
this with numbers as opposed to letters
It's
and
crazy.
and words,
Wait
I'd
for a
be
whole
able
year.
to understand it better. That does not compute.
Okay.
I am a cyborg. Do not tell me about words. I will accept numbers only.
Come and get your copy. I gotta make some copies here.
Oh, okay. Oh, so
Well, I saved you an early death.
now what did I do?
Well,
What did you do?
Vince was hoping you would kick the bucket.
Oh.
So he could get your rototiller. And I said, hey Vince,
I'm gonna leave it to him in his will, in my will. I'll write him a Christmas card. Don't worry, I'm gonna send him a Christmas card. I said, dear Vince, be aware, you are not my executor for my will, but I am going to leave you my rototiller.
well, we've got a Troy built Bronco. And I offered it to him. I said, quit
It's the same as mine.
wishing Richard an early death so you can get his rototiller. You use ours. Doesn't get used anyway.
You wanna start over again? Katie was bothering me.
What I do best.
What do you tell him? That he wanted to borrow yours?
Well, we've got a Troy built Bronco
Okay,
and we've only used it a couple of times.
okay, sell it to Vinny.
I said, well, I don't want to sell it, but he's welcome to use it anytime he wants.
Yeah,
And it'd probably be good for it to have some use, you know.
closer.
I think John borrowed it once.
Yeah, he
But
did.
it's closer. You are closer than I am.
Oh, yeah, you
You have
have
to
to
walk
walk.
across the street and drive it across the road
Yeah,
instead of me having to drag it to him.
right.
But I don't care.
Well,
Those damn Troy
you
bills,
should.
I bought it in '85, I think. And it took me last year, I think it was 2020 is when I had ordered replacement tines from Troy Built. Hamilton's couldn't get it, so I had to go on Amazon or something. And I get a letter in the mail, I gotta pay the taxes on these stupid tines because they're in Ohio.
Yeah, well,
State tax,
anything you order now.
sales tax. I'm looking at this and going, this is bullshit. Why didn't they tell me in Ohio I'd have paid the sales tax up front? Why do I gotta be surprised? Because they don't wanna send the sales tax to Pennsylvania. I tell you, all this red tape.
What is the sales tax over in Ohio?
I got no idea. 20 some odd dollars, something like for the times. They must have paid $170 for these replacement times.
Well, some of these states that don't have a state income tax, their sales tax is like 8% and
Yeah.
up.
Oh,
I-
really?
Yeah, because that's how
Oh,
they
yeah.
get
It's
the
up
money.
to compensate.
I remember Texas was 8.75.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think California might be
But-
something like that.
Solid worse.
So you don't wanna order anything from Texas
Well, actually, I think they have to, remember, they have to charge you Pennsylvania.
Well, that was my point, and that's the only trouble I've had with that Troy bill, and that plus Vinnie
Oh,
killing
yeah.
belts. He won't do it like I suggested to him. You know, just do one notch down,
Good.
and do it back and forth a couple of times, then go two notch,
Right.
and back and forth a couple of times, and wait till you get to the row, and then go down three notches and do that a couple of times.
That's what you have to do.
Instead of starting from scratch and
And
then
it
you
takes
gotta
off.
let go of it. You gotta let go of it because it takes off. All right,
There you go. All right,
$1,800.
okay. All right, how are we gonna start this? We're gonna start
Well, you got it.
We're all here. I'm calling you all to order.
you have to do the pledge of allegiance.
No, we don't.
No, we don't usually.
I'm an
Sure.
American. I don't need to pledge it. It's written on my chest.
Put it on my heart.
There you go. That's even better.
Roll call?
Roll call. I'm here, you're here, we're all here.
Because we're here, because we're here, because we're
Our
here.
president is John Bostic. Okay. So then we go to elect officers, we're gonna just stay the same?
Might as well.
I
Unless
move
you-
that we keep the same slate of officers. All in favor?
Slate of officers?
Aye.
Yes.
Aye.
That's what you're supposed to say.
Second, aye, whatever.
Yeah, okay. So,
Okay, roadmaster and part-time crew, they're currently at $20 each.
okay,
I'm in favor of giving them, and this is me being very generous because it's just easier on the math for me, of giving them a 10% raise, which would give them a $2 an hour raise.
well, my opinion on that is I don't wanna give them any raise, mainly because my taxes went up, and I don't want any more money coming out of my limited
We've had this salary
discretionary
for 2
funding.
years, they've had this salary for 2 years.
I think they can wait 1 year, they're not earning a living doing this.
No, they're part-timers, but,
No, that's my point.
yeah.
I'm not gonna vote for a pay raise for any employees.
At our last meeting, you said you wanted to put Mickey up to 25.
Well, I lied.
That was before the tax increase.
Yeah.
That was before he
The
upped the
tax increase
taxes.
is-
No, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
This is me.
That's fine. That's gonna pinch a lot of people, my friend. Enough.
I don't,
Yeah,
listen,
already heard about it.
I have an opinion on salaries.
You have an opinion on everything
Oh,
here.
before we do that, well, let's go by the thing. Sign this, this is for Wendy. These are the minutes from last
Okay,
Oh,
year.
okay.
So you can keep your copy, and
Alright.
Richard's got his copy, but we need to give a copy to Wendy.
okay.
So we have to approve, remember?
Do we ever know if Walter's working full-time or part-time?
As
He's
road
part-time.
crew?
Mm-hmm.
And if they wanna quit, then let them quit and we'll get somebody else who wants to work for that kind of money.
That's what, next time we do our
I
audits.
think he's
we-
part-time because he is still driving a bus.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well, we
my
can certainly-
point.
I think he works according to what they need,
Right.
you know, kind of thing, not,
Well, we
not
can take a
set.
look at that next time.
Yeah, not.
Is there
not
any
set hours.
input from the public?
That's for Wendy. This is for Wendy.
Do we have any input from the public? The floor is open to questions on this topic.
Hey, we're not there yet.
Oh,
We'll get there.
oh,
You gotta follow the agenda.
Yeah, we're
That's
going
what
there.
I'm trying to do.
we did.
Sue is doing a great job. The rest of us are straight. All right, so we're having a discussion right now on the roadmaster and the part-time.
No, we gotta do the minutes. We gotta approve the minutes.
What, did you read
We
it?
just signed it, Dodo.
Well, I did. That's why I moved that we accept the minutes.
Okay, well, we just reviewed them.
Yeah.
He made the motion, now he needs a second.
No, I already did. Oh, no, I didn't. I did on the other. He made a motion. I second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, where in the minutes
Did
says
you say aye?
aye?
Okay.
Where in the minutes does it say I wanted to pay him $25?
There's nothing in there, dear.
That was,
I read
that was our regular meeting where you
That
were
was the
talking
meeting we
about.
had right before
Oh,
the.
well, that was before our,
Okay.
that was before my taxes went up.
So,
We got that one for Wendy, okay, so that's.
now we're going to talk about the part-time and roadmaster.
Yeah, so right now they're both at 20.
Do we want to maybe go up 5% for them?
I
Yeah,
don't
we're
want to
talking
go up
cost
at
of
all.
living.
I want to hold off one more year and see what happens, whether or not Mr. Barlow decides he doesn't want to be a supervisor anymore and he just wants to be a roadmaster.
Oh, is he due for next year,
Yeah,
for
he
election?
has the same term as I have.
It'll depend if he sells his farm too, so,
Well, this is my point.
yeah.
Mhm.
I would rather we hold off, and my reasoning is, number one, our taxes are gone up, and they keep, every year it keeps going up. I don't need, personally, Wenshaw Road to be fixed. I
Yeah, I'm
would rather,
surprised when
I have
Chris
nothing
Sanders
but
too.
potholes and bumps, and they'll drive by my house at 5 miles an
I'll
hour.
tell you what, we've got a knucklehead driving past our place like a bat out of Hades.
The Cadillac with the
Yeah.
loud muffler?
Yep.
I wish we could do something about him.
Well,
They
if-
stopped him once.
Oh, you
already.
did?
He put something out on Facebook or one of those
Right,
things,
right, right.
saying that, you know, for all the little mothers who are worried, you know, I
Yeah.
paid my fines, yada yada.
And I would
Oh, so
drive
they did
slow.
stop him once?
Oh, yeah.
May I,
Gave him 2 tickets.
may I speak?
Yes, sure, that's why you're,
He, his father is in prison, and so he's acting out. He's
Well, I know
acting
about
out.
yeah, it's been quite a
Personally,
I
while.
need
I've
to
got-
get a hold of him and.
And that's
give
all
him some
well and
strength.
good,
Yeah.
but he's going to hurt somebody.
Well, he's gonna,
And if it's
and
one of my
he'll join his
cats.
father.
And it's been going on for quite a while.
All right, but how did we get off subject of?
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, that's.
No, that's
fine.
okay.
You were
I
talking-
thought
you
you
were
were
talking
gonna-
about one
Oh,
road.
we went to something about it too soon.
Yeah, I was talking about road bumps to speed up, which was related, and then you chimed in. I appreciate you chiming in.
Okay.
But I still hold fast that I do not
No pay raises this year.
want, I don't think we can afford a pay raise and put retired people in this township another tax burden. I don't care what any of the other townships are doing, personally. I don't care. The government comes up with a working wage. Well, I'm sorry, in Liberty Township, a working wage is $17 an hour in Adams County. You know, my kid just got a job for $17, he's happy. So that's my opinion, if we wanna,
That's okay, I got it
is
down.
the discussion finished, you gonna give us your opinion?
Please do.
So,
Everybody will
I
talk.
need to hear.
I'm kind of on the fence, I hate to say. The COLA was, what, 5 point something this
Something
year?
like that, yeah.
But none of these people receive social security or pensions
That's
or,
correct.
you know, like I do, you know, so I did get a bunch of increases, but they.
Did you? See, I haven't got mine.
Oh, yeah, quite a bit, yeah, quite a bit.
Well,
Sometimes-
I'm scared
Even-
of what's
even-
coming this February.
Even with the way they take out Medicare, you know, the deduction went up.
Oh, that's
I
right.
still received a pretty hefty increase, yeah. I
Not
was very
me.
pleased.
When my Medicare goes up, no, Social Security went up 6.6%.
5 point, yeah, so close.
Or 5.5, I don't
Close.
know, and Medicare went up 8%. I'm sorry, people, I'm losing ground.
It went from 146 to
If
170.
it wasn't for
Is
me,
that 8%?
all I can tell you is 1/3 of my Social Security salary goes to pay for health insurance.
Yeah,
1/3,
yeah.
and
Well, you got the monoclonal when you had
when
COVID.
I was monoclonal, I didn't pay a dime.
There, so,
But I have paid $10,000 a year for the past, who knows how many years.
Okay, it went up
$10,000
much
a
more.
year?
Medicare went up 8%. That's what's gonna be
It went from
deducted out of Social
146 to
Security.
170. So that's what,
I
34?
think it was like 6.9% or something.
Yeah, I didn't think it was 8%.
No, it wasn't, I think it was 6.9.
146.
The supplemental insurance is
So
what
that's
kills me.
30,
140, what it is, I'm sorry.
146 to 170. So that's $24 it went up.
That is 8.5%.
Oh, it is, okay. So
I
we're
am
just
a numbers kind of a guy, hello,
Okay,
elected auditor.
but,
I don't
You got
know
your
how to
mouth
speak
full.
English, but I do know numbers.
I wouldn't know that. Okay.
so, we're
So-
back to salary.
Salaries, we're
What do you
still,
think, Katie?
I would not have a problem with meeting the COLA.
The 5,
Yeah,
5.9, whatever, yeah.
I would go
cost of
5.
living.
So that is how much?
That would be $1.
It's only $1?
Honey, I've had raises of $1 a year, or
Oh,
$1
yeah, me too. I
an
got 25
hour.
cents, yeah.
Well,
So it would go from 20 to 21?
Yeah,
Hmm.
can we adjust salaries during the year, or do we
No.
have
No.
to do it?
No, we
as
set it
a-
for the year.
sadly, this is it, and that's why I printed off all this stuff for our mechanic.
I wish we
think-
could have got together to discuss this in December.
I agree with going up because costs of living have increased tremendously.
Well,
Groceries are going crazy, so expenses for everybody have gone up, I have to agree. I'm not so sure about the 21, I would kind of see 22 as just kind of rounded out. And then we had mentioned something about 22 originally,
Now, that's 10%,
that's 10%.
you know, I'm trying to find something
The medium
that we
ground.
can all agree on.
I'm
so-
not gonna
Well,
agree to any
the more I
of this,
think about it, the more I think the
we've
public
outnumbered, but
might
that's
agree
okay.
better with the 21 being the COLA.
I imagine they're gonna be mad that we give them anything, but
I don't
What I
care if
have-
anybody's mad. I get pissed off at, people are pissed off at me all the time. I don't give a rat's ass.
from what I have heard through the rumbles, people are fairly happy with the way the roads are being maintained.
Oh, yeah, they're wonderful, they're in great shape.
And
Yeah, because our taxes have gone up.
there's probably some truth in that.
Well, a lot of people don't know that yet.
Well,
They won't know it till March when they get their.
look, I've said my piece. We can take the vote. We've heard everybody. If you want to take the vote now, but I'm voting nay. I'll vote yay in 2023, but I will not vote yay on this thing for this year. I'm not making that much money, and I can't afford it.
Sweetheart, we're certainly not.
Well, that's just my point, I'm sorry. I can't say anything about the taxes, but I can say something about saving money. And I'm sorry, the more money you have, the more money you spend. I am the exception to that rule. You saying prices of food have gone up? I'm sorry, I just bought a whole chunk of pork for $1.67 a pound. I normally buy it at $1.99, that price went down. I buy chicken, always buy chicken at $1.99 a pound. I can go over the hill and get it for 99 cents a pound, 40 pounds of it.
Yeah, but even things like gas, electric, everything's gone up.
Well, gas and electric,
That's
that's,
what I call living expenses.
well, my point for food is, gas is gonna come down, food is gonna come down. This is a temporary thing. And I am surviving, well, my freezer started working again.
Oh, did it?
I still haven't seen a repairman to fix the broken one.
We had to buy a new one.
No, I bought a new one.
Oh, did you? Okay.
But
Do we have any
Going back
public
to-
comment? Can we ask the public about comment or not?
Does the
he's
public
allowed to
have
say
a comment
Not
on the
No,
salary
not yet,
and
okay, not on
taxes?
salary? Okay,
No, that's pretty much us kicking it around.
it's us, yeah.
Well, I don't mind being the bad guy. I'm sorry, but the people in this township elected me to be an auditor, to keep people's feet to the fire, make sure the mathematics work. That's all I figure an auditor is.
Did we get any government, didn't we get something for COVID expense?
35K.
It's only permitted to be used for the building.
And we did the building, we painted it and did all that.
And the floor
They
came
got
out
paid
of,
For,
Yeah, they got paid for all that. because
Okay,
they did the work.
so that's got nothing to do with, okay.
and the floor came out of the money they were collecting for donations when I was asking for sending more money. Went on a trip. All the postcards I sent, I said, P.S. send more money. And when I called Wendy, she says, she said, we don't know where you are. I said, well, put it in a jar and I'll collect it when I get home. And then when I looked for the money, she said, we use that for floor.
Did Wendy and Jessica get raises?
Yes, I think they got raises mid-year.
5.9 or, oh,
Yeah,
before
you
the COLA?
remember. It
I
was
don't
June.
remember how much. It
So
was June,
it was
July.
before the COLA.
Yeah, before I left,
Mhm.
before the
Did
trip.
the police get raises?
Yes, please.
Yes,
That's
everybody
awesome.
got
Everybody
raises.
got raises.
But that was before we knew what the hell we were looking at. Haven't even seen the budget yet. I should, it's my fault.
We did, we looked at it a little bit.
What's the millage increase?
It's a half a mil.
Yeah, it's
0.5
0.5.
mil?
It's 0.5,
So for every
0.5.
100,000
It's
of,
$50.
it's
Yeah.
$50 for every 1,000?
No,
For
100.
100,000.
100,000.
So my taxes are going up 150 to 150.
Ours is too.
That's 150. My taxes are gonna go up $150. You know, I don't need this. I'm sorry. I'm not voting for it. I may be a rhino, but I'm a fiscal conservative.
The value of houses, it has gone up. I just had my house appraised because
I just found out from my
I'm
insurance
that your
company.
taxes will go even higher.
Yeah, they really went up. The
Well,
appraisals.
my house,
Well, what we gotta hope for is that Adams County doesn't decide to do another reassessment
Yeah,
like they did 10 years ago.
right.
That-
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Well,
luckily, we're clean and green, but
but
still.
I think
No,
everybody
I
in the
can't,
room
I can't.
understands where I'm coming from, and I am Polish, so you can put it in the minutes that next year I'll vote for a pay raise.
They don't have like a set time for reassessments, right? They just do it when they feel like it?
Yeah,
When they get around to it.
Yeah,
The
maybe
last
T.
time they hadn't done one for 20 years, so
I
it
remember.
really hurt.
yeah. It
They can
depends
go
if
another
they're
20
broke.
if they want.
It depends if the county's broke. If the county's got money, oh, that's another thing, with the prison society, okay, thank you very much.
You're most
I'm
welcome,
the
sir.
interim treasurer now because he's on hospice and he bowed out.
Well, just make
I
sure
am
you
the
cash
treasurer.
that check regularly because I
You
don't like
can't,
it.
I don't, trust me on this one. We are looking good as far as the treasury goes, right?
Yay!
And so what do they wanna do? They wanna spend the money. And I'm going,
Oh, no.
back off. I remember when I had to say no to transport somebody, thank you very much. You
Because
know,
there was no money. in
just
it.
because we got money, that don't mean we gotta spend it. Hard times are coming. And
I think we need to vote.
okay, let's vote. If you want to call the vote.
I think we've had enough discussion.
We've had enough discussion. So what is the motion? The motion is increase the current pay rate for the roadmaster
To 21,
5% to $21.
to 21.
Okay.
All
That's
in
the
favor?
motion. Nay.
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 Okay, so it
2 in
passes.
favor, it passes.
All right, now, I want to take a few minutes, folks. I want you all to look through the paperwork that
About the
I
mechanic?
got about the mechanic.
Oh, I did some research, and there's no argument with this idea. Doing the maintenance in-house.
Oh, I'm all in favor
Oh,
of
yeah.
doing the maintenance in-house. The thing is, the monies that they were talking about had to do with businesses.
Mhm.
And the businesses
Ah.
have buildings,
They all get that
taxes,
full $50.
employees, insurance.
Well,
You
it
know,
seems to me 50
blah, blah,
bucks.
blah.
It's got nothing to do with what the businesses, in my opinion, have or need. It's what the township has got to pay.
Once again, this gentleman, I don't know what he makes at working for whatever that place is.
Yeah, Bobby, Highholds.
No, we're talking about the new supervisor.
Oh, Brandon.
Oh, Brandon.
Yeah,
He has a regular job, but I don't know what he does.
he is a mechanic
Oh, he is.
down in Thurmont at the Chevy dealer down there, I think.
Oh, okay.
Apparently he is a certified mechanic.
Okay.
And so that's all well and good. He's 26 years old. I don't know how long he's been a mechanic. There's a lot of questions that I have.
He works full-time.
Apparently so, yes. I was going to come last night and quiz him, but then they changed the.
Right, yeah, I didn't try to come either,
Had
yeah.
a 20-minute meeting, so.
Right, yeah.
Well, this
Next
is
week
not,
I'm going to quiz him.
this is not something we have to decide. We can decide it at our next meeting.
No,
Yeah.
not this.
No,
No, because
because
they
he's
have
a
to pay.
supervisor,
Yeah,
we have to,
Oh,
they have to get
cocky
paid.
poo.
No, we have to do it today.
the understanding, and this is the stuff that I pulled up. I went ahead and checked with, what
God love
the
you, Kate.
states
I'm glad you
are.
got elected.
This right here came, and they didn't have any records for Gettysburg, so I had to go to Hanover. But this is from a company that works with the Department of Labor, Employment and Training, yada, 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 is sponsored by the labor. So this stuff is coming from,
Oh, it goes from high to low.
The
It's
guy.
big as low.
at any rate, what
Okay.
Mickey wanted was be able to offer him $50 an hour. Well,
Right.
that's the kind of rates that you would get at a business,
Okay.
a reasonable business.
No, I just
But
queried
now
a
we're-
business and they said 95
Yeah.
at K&W. And that's where
Once again,
Talcott
right.
was doing the township's work
Mhm.
at Talcott's garage. And I don't know what the township was
Yeah.
paying. We could go
So
at our auditor meeting
yeah,
and find
I
out.
don't have a problem if they wish to offer this gentleman a job. The thing is, $50 an hour is the type of rate that you would get if you were going to a shop.
Cause you've got here 1725 is the average.
And there's, if you go to, I think it's the,
Okay, I got a question.
if you go to the
Didn't you do
last,
papers?
That would be the.
this one stop, this is from the Labor Department, from the
Okay.
government.
Yeah?
You go to the second page, and like I say, this is showing for Hanover because they had no records for Gettysburg.
Okay.
And I had to, my printer is dying. So what
Yeah,
you
I
see
mean, I
here,
scrapped.
The median is 2288.
yes,
Wow, that's a big difference from 50.
a huge difference. And I was going
Where
to
are you?
suggest, it's this one right here, sweetie pie.
No, okay.
Go to the second page,
Second page.
and it shows what the United States average is, and then the second line is Hanover rates. So if you're at the very top of the heap, you're talking $32.03.
Mm-hmm.
That's $66,000 plus a year.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he's only gonna be here
Part-time.
part-time, or as needed.
As
And
in,
he's going to be using our equipment, our
That's the
building,
point I wanted to
our-
bring up.
yeah.
Our
Ah.
insurance.
Ah.
So as far as I'm concerned, he's an employee. We're not paying him as if he was a business. You see what I'm saying?
Very good point.
what is this called?
You know, the prices that were in the one email we got was what businesses charge per hour.
You're talking about this stuff. The vendor labor
Yes.
rates, Steve's Repair, blah, blah, blah,
Blah, blah,
blah.
blah, 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 yeah.
East Trail Automotive. Okay, so,
I checked with, Glad Hills up here, and their rates are $60 an hour. But that, once again, it's their building, their equipment, their
Yeah,
facilities,
they gotta
plus
pay
their
the-
time, their
yeah.
insurance, their
workman's comp,
taxes, their workman's comp, their whole 9 yards.
that's a big chunk of money, workman's
So
comp.
at any rate, I am leaning towards the 2288. But what's interesting to me,
Mm-hmm.
I think you've got it with you, don't you? Mickey's,
Oh, his resume?
his resume.
Yeah, I did.
Mickey is a certified mechanic.
Oh, is it? Oh, I know that.
That's what.
That's what he put on the resume when I hired him.
Yeah, when they hired him, he's got a lot of things that's listed on there that he's capable of doing. So
Yeah, he's Superman.
is there something?
Say hallelujah, he's also a preacher. He'll just wave his hand over the vehicle and it'll be fixed.
This is ZipRecruiter. I'm writing
Yeah,
down where
there's
you got this.
ZipRecruiter,
ZipRecruiter.
and,
I got the Career One Stop is sponsored by the U.S. Department of Labor.
Yeah,
Then I got
these,
the average diesel mechanic salary by state,
Yeah.
and I'm a zip recruiter, okay.
Yep.
See,
Oh, okay.
and this is ZipRecruiter also. These two are ZipRecruiter. I've lost a page.
So we could pretend with Texas at $18.62 an hour.
because I'm gonna write this down, yeah.
Pennsylvania is 19.23.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't mind being a little bit.
Well, I am, like I said, I don't wanna spend money,
Mhm.
so if we hire in-house, my opinion is, we're spending less money to keep the vehicles.
True.
I don't care who's doing it. But if we could look back at our records, we can't pull the drawer out and find the maintenance bills for the vehicle, but we can find, real quick, look at one from Talcott and find out what he was charging the township per hour for the vehicles.
Where's K?
Well, I'd give him a call.
Where's K&W at?
It's the tire company across from the rental place. Just past Smuck's Lumber Company on the right-hand
Oh,
side.
in Gettysburg.
Yeah, they're really good. I do everything with them.
Oh,
If we look at all the averages between the three of them, what did you come up with as an idea?
Well, I think 17 is too low.
Right.
How about
The average for the Department of Labor is 2288, and then the other one is 1923, so it's 23, 19, 17.
A lot depends on whether he is a certified diesel mechanic.
I
If
saw
he's
that.
just a certified auto mechanic,
that could be,
then that's less.
that's the rub.
Yeah, we don't know.
Well, it says truck mechanic here.
Yeah, and that's mostly what we
Well, that's
would be
because that's
working
what
on.
I queried.
Oh, okay.
But this one here is an auto mechanic, which was the 17 an hour. And then this is a diesel
Oh, I
mechanic
see.
here,
Uh-huh.
These
That's
are
the
diesel
19.
mechanics.
may I make a
19.
statement?
Go
Yeah.
ahead, dear.
Just paying 22 so that the other supervisors won't be jealous of him. They'll all be making the same hourly
Well,
rate.
no, we'll actually be making $1 more.
Well, that's right.
paying
We
the
approved
same as them.
21.
Okay, good
Yeah.
point. Let's
21.
just set the labor rate
Well,
for
that's,
him
that's
for
what
maintaining vehicles part-time
I'm
at
comparing.
21, the same as you
I can live
guys
with that.
raised, you guys raised Vladeck up to 21.
Well, in the part-time, I thought we were doing both him and, Bobby.
No,
And I thought you raised him to 22, I'm sorry.
No, we went to
we went
21.
to
We
COLA.
compromised at 21.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't compromise at all.
Right. But
I want that in the minutes too.
I did, I put that, and I did would possibly do
Let
it
them
next
come
year.
after me.
You know,
Well, I was gonna throw it down if everybody wanted to go 50. I was gonna really pitch a wally over that, so.
You see, we work well
Can you
together.
can you do something on your computer for me? Let's do the average between the median for the career one stop.
Okay,
state,
hang
and
on,
then
let me get back to my little numbers.
Yeah, let's do the average of those three numbers and see what we
Okay.
come up
You
with.
wanna read them off to me again?
Yep, 22.88,
Okay,
19.23,
okay.
and 17.25. And what would the average be?
1978.
So that's-
1978,
Actually, 1979.
79.
So that's round numbers 20.
I was thinking 20, that's what I was thinking.
Hey, if we were to do 20, if we were to agree
To start
to
out,
the
start
thing
at
is-
20,
because it's the
we
first
could
year,
always raise it if it's working
next year,
next year.
next year.
The thing is, per the email that we got,
Mhm.
it appears that he may not accept 20, is what I'm saying. This is just for the simple
Oh,
reason
oh.
that,
Oh,
Okay, but that's what we offer them.
yeah.
Or
that's
we
what-
offer them the 21, the same as Vladeck and the same as Bob.
Yeah. Mickey offered him $50 an hour, and he said yes.
mhm.
And of
If
course,
we only offer him 20,
he has the choice.
right,
He can either say yay or nay. My point is, if he says nay, then why don't we offer
Mickey.
Mickey the opportunity, since he's also a
Quote.
certified
can you
mechanic?
do all three jobs like that, supervisor, roadmaster, and mechanic?
Why not?
He's got a second in command, plus he's got help on the side there for the road. You know, I remember
Write this
that,
down before I forget.
yeah, I remember that, what's his name, did all of that stuff. Old Brian. Yeah,
Oh,
he
he
did a lot
did?
of the mechanic
He
work.
did the mechanic?
hmm
Okay.
All but the huge major stuff. I mean, if there was a major breakdown, it had to go in the shop.
Yeah,
And
they're
I
not gonna
suspect-
overhaul the transmission.
No, but I suspect that's the same with this laddie.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, he's gonna be doing the routine stuff, change the oil, kick the tires.
Well,
But once
wheel
again,
bearing,
that's never been, we don't know
tune up,
what all, that's, I'm assuming
Fuel
that's what
injectors.
they're gonna want him to do.
you know, if the fuel injectors go
Mhm.
wacko, or
The
you,
only thing is, this is when we have to decide on salaries. We can't say next month if he turns it
No.
down.
No,
So we have to
cannot.
decide now
okay,
what
well,
the
look, what are
mechanic
the options?
salary is gonna be. And then we can put it to the supervisors that, as a suggestion,
Mhm.
that, okay, if Brandon turns it down to 20, I'd like to say 20 to start out.
Let's say 20, that's
Yeah,
fine.
just as a start point.
Cause we took the average, that's the
We
reason.
took the average, right, that we could then offer it to the supervisors and say, okay, if Brandon does turn it down, I can make it, remember we could send letters to
Yeah.
the supervisor?
Mhm.
That if Brandon does turn it down, since we found out that Mickey, does that have to be kept up, the license, or is it just, once you do it, it's lifetime?
I don't
You may
know.
have to
So we don't even
recertify.
have to have a certified mechanic. I doubt very much that Brian was a certified mechanic. It's something you learn.
If it was something serious that with the truck or diesel engine, we'd send it to a job
Right.
shop that we
Yeah.
worked on, because we don't have a lot of the tools here that are
Yeah,
necessary to
Like,
tear.
there's
You know,
only
we don't
certain-
have-
I built a helicopter, I'm a A&P license,
Dang,
aircraft
really
and power
A&P?
plant power plant
dang,
license,
Bubba.
mechanics, okay? FAA.
I'm
I
impressed.
took apart a helicopter and put it back together, but I didn't tear the transmission apart. I sent the transmission out.
Sure.
I didn't tell the
I
transmission
didn't know
to
you
tear
were
it.
A&P. You know how cool that is?
It's about as useful as a screen door in a submarine.
Hey, I came out of
If
the
I
Air
flash my license at the Easy Pass, it won't work.
Okay, so we have to decide what the
I
rate-
make a motion that we offer this laddie $20 an hour.
I second the motion.
hang on.
And that,
Hey, we're doing good, no.
and that's based upon documentation that we reviewed here this evening.
Okay, now we come to discussion, because the motion has been,
Yes.
No,
We set the salary at
we've
20.
made the motion.
Mhm.
Now there's a discussion.
Right.
The discussion, you could say,
Not
the
yet.
discussion preceded the motion.
Now, public comments don't come down until after we confirm the treasurer and assistant treasurer's bond.
Yeah, so, but I'm talking about us,
Yeah,
having a discussion. And that would come pre-motion.
right, pre-final vote.
Okay, I'm getting confused. Discussion about what? I thought we already discussed it.
That's what we write down. We discussed it,
Right,
then we made the motion as opposed to the other way around.
right. No, I've got that we discussed the average of the, three figures.
Okay?
You know, based upon the documents that I printed off today, so they're
Current
current
documents.
documents.
Use
Yeah,
the
and I
word
wrote down
current.
the names of each one, you know, of where they came from, because that's important as far as the
Oh,
source.
definitely,
I
yeah.
think the source is very important. So I wrote those down and I wrote their numbers and then whatever we came up with, and we
And what
discussed.
I'm thinking about, John brought up a point, if we don't have all the equipment here to do some of the work, I'm thinking that we're in the same situation. When we bought all the equipment for Jessica, we purchased that equipment so that if Jessica decides to leave at some point in time, we've got the equipment. She can't take the
Right,
equipment
we
with
get
her
it
like
back
we had the
for the next
situation with Natalie.
Okay,
So if we don't have some of the tools that the gentleman needs here, I think that the board would be within their rights to purchase.
The
so who's
service.
gonna make that decision?
That's
The
their
board.
decision to make, the board would
The
make
board.
it.
Okay,
And that way we would have the tools here, so if,
I'm gonna put this as a suggestion.
yeah, we need to do an inventory of the tools that we have,
Special tools.
special tools. Yeah, not wrenches and the person with it, yeah, nobody within their right
Every
mind doesn't know
mechanic
the
comes with
wrenches.
his own tools, but he doesn't come with a bearing puller,
Right,
or he doesn't
or with a
come-
lift, or with
Right,
all
now,
that stuff.
does our lift raise, we can't raise our dump truck high enough in there.
That I don't know.
So if we had to pull the engine on the dump truck, we'd have to, like the general public has
Mhm.
noticed, we are
Send it.
toast, we gotta send it out.
Yeah,
So this is just for
routine maintenance
root,
is what I'm
that's the word,
thinking.
for routine maintenance. We don't have to send the police car to a garage.
Exactly.
But we don't have an inspection license.
No, we can't inspect here unless the laddie has one, but his would be in Maryland, not Pennsylvania.
That's another point to think of.
Mhm.
We're gonna have to send it out
Mhm.
to get inspected.
Well, we
We
do
got-
now.
Right.
But for general service,
Oh,
say
tire
the police-
rotation, oil changes,
say the cruiser comes due, or the pickup truck comes due for an oil change.
he can do it.
We normally do that in the house without sending it anywhere.
Mhm.
You know, anybody just can pull the plug and drain the oil and put a new filter on. It's the tune-ups. It's,
He'll be able to change belts, he'll be able to do things like that, you know, are
yeah, s-
here in.
fair wear and tear,
Yeah,
but no major. So how much money are we actually gonna spend or save? You know, we
I
have no
think we're actually,
comparison.
if we have to send out for, I don't know how much of the routine stuff we're doing in-house anymore. I mean, when,
Yeah, 'cause everybody's so busy, they don't wanna do it.
when Brian was here, he would handle all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
But, he was
That's-
kind of a one-man band.
and that's
For the most
another
part.
thing, everybody complains about people, but they never see, like, nobody sees how much Vlada actually does.
That's why you wanted to
You
raise
know?
them to 25.
But the my point being is, put up or shut up, don't complain, come up with a solution. And my solution is, don't raise the taxes. We don't have the money, so we don't have the luxury. If the car breaks, we'll take it to someplace, that's what we normally have done. We've got a slush fund, we've got more over budget than we have under budget. So if we come up with an emergency, we have the PLICA, the whatever it is. Pliget account, we got the funds in there for, it's just like the debate we had with the police department. The general consensus of the township was, we prefer having our own police department because it makes us all feel more comfortable.
Right.
But that costs money. But we're making money from the police department because Freedom Township is paying us
Right.
to have our service.
And now Hamilton Band.
See
Okay,
what
so
I'm
let's do
saying?
another one?
So
Yeah.
that's the logical progression
Okay.
of having our own. So if we wind up with our own mechanic, does that mean we can offer Freedom Township the opportunity to come in our garage and use our mechanic?
Wouldn't that
Fix their
involve
truck.
insurance, liability?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that would be,
No.
Well,
I
this
think-
is another
no,
thing.
it would just
we
be for
never
us.
looked at.
No.
What's our, if he's a mechanic, do we gotta pay him workman's comp for a mechanic when he's working on it? I remember having to do workman's comp. I remember having arguments with George Kramer Senior, going round and round about, well, you opened up a can of worms, goddamn, what was it? I said, no, we're saving money.
He's already covered on workman's comp for being a supervisor
Yeah, but a supervisor is a different code.
than a mechanic.
It's like a secretary. A supervisor secretary is probably the factor of .05 for every $100 they earn.
Well,
But
again,
a
once-
mechanic, his would be $15 for every $100 he earns.
but again, once we get that slot open, then everything will be figured out from there.
unfortunately, it's after the fact. And when we find out that we've gotta pay like an extra $500 a month for workman's compensation for a part-time mechanic, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do, because it's a lot more dangerous and risky.
And we're not really. See, this should have come up in November so we could have researched
Well, that's
it.
just it, that's what upset me, is this came at us right before Christmas.
Doesn't the workman's comp depend on what the salary is also?
Yeah, it's a factor, a certain percentage of every $100 you earn salary.
Okay,
Plus,
so,
plus the danger of the job.
Well, the
Okay,
danger of the
that's
job is
okay.
what makes the number.
so if
the
we set the
percentage.
salary, that's it, that's all we have to do.
No, you don't understand. If we, what is $20? Okay, fast math. $20 times $1,000. That's $20K.
He's
Okay.
not, well, he's supposed to be as, ad needed.
Okay,
Yeah, he
let's
works a
down
full-time
it to
job.
$500. He's
Yeah, he
needed.
works a full-time job.
Let's say he's worked 500 or 250. We'll quarter it. All right. So he's making 21K. Quarter of that is 5K. And then his factor could be, for a mechanic, the workman's compensation factor could be 20%. It's insurance.
How come we never thought of this when Brian was doing all this work?
We never got a workman's compensation claim, or it would have hit us between the eyes.
Well, when one of our police officers slipped on the ice and dislocated his
That's right.
shoulder, in the parking lot, there was a review of the workman's comp.
Okay, so you would be
Rates, and they all.
conversant
everybody
in
went up.
this. You are more conversant in this subject.
Well, that's my 2 cents.
Well, my 2 cents is I had to be a vice president and report these salaries to the Workmen's Compensation Board. That was one of my jobs as the secretary of
So
East
what-
Coast Telecom.
What's your point now? Do you think we're not right at the $20 an hour, or what?
I know.
Are you thinking?
No, this is over and above the $20 an hour. This is an insurance policy.
I know, but
that we
what's your
gotta
point
pay.
about what we're
Well, he
doing
has to
right
pay his
now?
own insurance. We don't pay insurance for our
He's gonna
employees.
pay his, we're not forced to pay
Oh, we pay
we gotta pay
unemployment.
unemployment
Yeah,
insurance.
we pay
and
that,
we
we
gotta
pay
pay workman's
Medicare.
comp. If he's a mechanic, we're required to pay workman's comp. He doesn't pay that, we do. I mean, the entity
Mhm.
pays the workman's comp.
Okay.
And it could get salty.
Well, you brought up something, you said if he worked 1,000 hours, he would make $20,000 a year. Well, that's approximately, that's a little bit less than what Mickey and Bobby made last year according to the budget.
Okay,
They're right in that same area.
so you figure he would only part-time work maybe a quarter of that, so that's $5,000. And if the workman's comp number factor is, say, $15 for a mechanic, so that's 15 times 100, that's $1,500.
So are you
Right.
suggesting that
And if
we?
he's making $5,000, you following me?
Mhm.
So for every $100 of salary he makes, or it might be 1,000, I think it's $100.
That'd be a question for Wendy.
Do we
Yeah.
have the authority to say, no, we're not going to hire anybody? Or,
I don't know.
I don't know.
No, we don't have
If
the
the board
authority.
decides
The board
they need-
decides to hire.
We
We
just simply
decide the
set the
salary.
salary.
And I'm saying, it's a nice idea until you look under the rug and see what everybody swept
No,
up.
no, no, it's not approved. The township is considering hiring income
Okay.
supervisor Brandon Love to work with the township. It's not a set thing. So in
Good.
other words, it's not been totally approved. It's, you
Okay.
know, it can't be. It
So-
says considering
Maybe that's why they postponed the regular meeting
until next week.
Until they find out what we vote on.
Yeah.
Ah,
No, I think somebody was sick. somebody was sick and they couldn't get a quorum.
Considering hiring.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what Wendy told me. My brain isn't
Well, if
functioning.
somebody was sick, then they couldn't vote on anything, because there's only 3 of them.
I figured they just,
No, if there was 2 of them here, they could, that would have been.
yeah, I figured they just signed in Brandon as the new supervisor. I thought that
Yeah,
for
that
20
was
minutes,
an
I figured that's what they did.
organizational meeting.
Yeah, I figured that's what
Just,
they did. It was just approve Brandon, you know, as the new supervisor.
She said it was gonna be a short meeting. They were just gonna,
So do we want to make a suggestion to not have this part-time mechanic idea?
I make a motion
Okay,
that we recommend to the Board of Supervisors to research our numbers. But we have questions.
to research the costs of, workman's comp.
You call it
Yeah.
the hidden costs?
We need to, it sounds, on the surface, it sounds nice to have an in-house part-time mechanic. But we don't know what that means. We're still gonna send the vehicles out. I would rather discuss this with the supervisors. If we could set up a supervisor meeting that's not public, we gotta be open air, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sunshine. So we would put this on the agenda.
Why couldn't we meet with them next week? They're meeting on the 11th.
Yeah, but put it on the agenda. But we cannot fix the salary. Or we could, how about
What
we
can
fix
do
the
is
salary,
Fix the salary, and
but
then,
they've gotta approve it
We've
after.
already fixed the salary. We've already done that.
Yeah, we have.
We've already done it.
Part-time mechanic,
Yeah,
yeah.
we did.
okay, so
We
we let her
fixed it
know
at
$20
what,
an hour.
$20 an hour?
Richard seconded.
And I seconded, and we all voted yea.
Okay,
Goodness, this is great, and we're actually getting something done for a change. I mean, I feel like we're doing something useful.
To research.
I mean, to
you
serve.
brought up some very, very important points.
Yeah,
that,
this- yeah,
that
about
we need to
the
really
workers'
take a
comp.
look at.
Yeah,
Well, I don't wanna get bit in the butt like we got, that's what happens all the time. You think it's nice, and the next thing you know,
Yeah, sure, thanks.
the most good example of this, because I just got finished talking to my insurance broker. I increased my insurance on my house. Full replacement value is impossible for me to afford.
Oh, we couldn't afford it on our
But
place.
they downsized, they increased the cost of the house, but they didn't go all the way to full replacement. I think it's 50% of full replacement, and that would float.
I figured John and I would be living in a tent.
No, that would float, and as a result, my insurance has gone up to cover any major disaster. But if you don't tell the insurance company something, this is the point I'm trying to make. If you don't tell the insurance company that you've got a business downstairs and the business set your house on fire, and you didn't tell them that, you don't have insurance.
you don't get covered.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't tell the FAA of a medical insurance, of a medical condition,
Oh,
and you have a wreck, even though it has nothing to do with your broken finger,
exactly.
okay? You do not have insurance because you did not tell the insurance
You have
company.
declared everything.
You have to, it's the state law for workman's comp.
So your point is that we have to make sure that if they do approve this position,
They have the money for
They
it, it's
have
not
to-
just
they
$20
have to
an hour.
inform the insurance company that we do have this new position as a mechanic and what's gonna happen with rates. That's your whole point, right?
That's my point.
Okay.
It's a good point.
Yeah,
It's a good point.
absolutely, yeah.
And I'm glad that you brought
Other
it
than
up.
that, it's a great idea as far as saving money and having to do it. Every time you do it yourself, you know, you never see the money you don't spend.
Have we ever considered hiring him, can we hire him as a contractor? I asked the question to you because you had to deal with all that contractor nonsense.
As needed?
In other words, if we hired him as an independent contractor
Mhm.
at $20 an hour,
Well, then he would have to pay his own workman's comp.
right?
He would have to pay his own FICA.
However, we had a cleaning lady once that didn't work for a an organization.
Yeah, she worked for herself. That was,
Self-employed,
Penny,
and,
Patty,
we,
what was
we,
her name?
the name's not important, but we provided her insurance, the township did. But cleaning is not as dangerous a job.
Yeah, again, that's, you could look it up on the state website, workman's comp, the code, you need, what the hell's, what they used to
Well,
have.
Wendy would probably know that too,
Yeah, Wendy would know, because there's a number for what you're doing.
for each position,
For whatever you're doing, there's a number, and that number has a rate.
determines the rate.
And the rate is is a percentage of every $100 you earn, gross. I'm pretty sure it's a factor of $100.
What?
So,
Okay, so we're going to,
or
Now,
maybe
is
the
that
lawyer,
something
John,
that-
maybe John could advise us.
is this something that we should talk to Wendy? Is this something the supervisors need to talk to?
Wendy's
Well-
gonna be at the supervisor meeting.
Yeah, she can answer the questions. I would like more than me show up at the meeting.
I think, yeah, I'll show up, and I'll
Okay.
bet you any money soon.
You and I,
Yeah,
we can
as long
back
as it's
each
not 2
other up.
degrees.
Yeah, I think all three of us.
I would love if
I
all
think it's on
three
the
of us
11th,
hit
isn't
them
it?
en masse in our recommendation letter, that you guys are in trouble, we want answers. Rich is
Yeah,
what
that's
it
Tuesday
is.
the 11th,
I better write that down.
yeah,
And that's at 6 o'clock too, yeah.
yeah, from
Yeah,
now
that's
on,
at
it's 6
Okay.
o'clock.
Tuesday,
So,
1/11/22.
are we just gonna wait till the meeting to bring this up in public comment, or should we write a letter to
Well,
a memo?
Well,
you know?
we'll be talking to the public here at number 7 on our agenda.
yeah,
Right.
I say we set the salary.
We did,
We already did.
Okay, we set the salary, but did we do a qualification depending on answers to the questions? We're not recommending it higher until these questions.
we're not recommending.
Oh, that's the word I'm
That's
looking
not
at.
us. That's not-
Contingent.
Yeah,
Where this is the salary contingent upon a person being hired after all our questions are
yeah,
answered.
because that's up to the board
That's,
to
yeah,
hire.
we're just setting the rate, the rest of
We're
it's up
just
to
setting the
them.
rate, right?
Okay,
But what I'm saying is, do you want me to write up a memo to the board of supervisors to prepare them that we are
I
gonna?
would say we,
Probably a good idea.
I would
remember we
not
can do
like
a
to
memo.
blindside them.
Yeah, we can do a memo, remember?
Okay.
I think that's a good
I
idea.
make a motion to send a memo from the auditors to the supervisors on this subject.
Mhm.
So,
I
Warn
second
them.
it. All in favor?
Aye.
what do we do?
We just voted to send a memo
Okay,
to
okay.
the supervisors on this subject.
Okay, okay.
And let them know
In-house
that,
mechanic.
you know, we're going to be asking some questions and.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you want me to word this, yeah?
Okay. The motion is,
No, it's not a motion, it's a memo to the supervisors to
Right.
tell them what we wanna discuss at their meeting.
okay,
And what we want to discuss is what are the overall costs of hiring a part-time mechanic?
over and above the salary.
Over and above the salary,
And what do we-
i.e. workman's comp,
Purchase of special equipment,
yeah,
like a timing light or something.
which we would want it to belong to the township, not to, unless he does have a few tools, which would be nice.
Well, I mean, every mechanic's got a toolbox. I mean, even John's got a toolbox. He ain't a mechanic.
He's stolen my toolbox.
He stole your
He
toolbox?
stole, I was a tool maker. He stole my tools.
Well,
So
I got
the
a
biggest
guy
questions
indicator.
are tools and workman's comp rates,
Right now, yes.
Yeah.
and that's basically about what we wanna discuss.
Well, of course, there's always the rest of it, you know, the taxes and all that, but that's gonna have to be.
No,
done
just the
anyhow,
base.
so, yeah.
So why we're questioning, you know,
The
Yeah.
workman's comp is the biggest issue with
Yeah.
insurance and money coming out of the township to support his salary.
and what was that part about, how to support his salary? It's
Well,
in the budget, what were you saying?
we need a budget item, right? For his salary.
Position,
We need a budget item for his position, but we have no idea how much part-time hours he's gonna put in
But we don't set that either, they
No.
set the budget.
They
We
said
don't do
that
anything with
for the
that.
hour.
there should be a budget,
But there's a budget item for maintenance.
yeah, there's a line item.
Yeah, but we
here.
don't do that, they do that.
Right,
Oh,
So
I
it's-
think we'd be under, I don't know what the budget, and for maintenance on vehicle, that's the Pliget, right?
they've set workman's comp,
It's the fuels.
they set workman's
Yes,
comp this
sometimes.
year for
So it comes out to liquid fuels.
15,620.
No.
But that was
fuels
before
is
they
just a road.
created this position, if the position goes through.
Right,
And that's another question. Would the money come out of liquid fuels because it's a maintenance thing, and we would normally send it to a garage?
Hang on.
And that would have come out of liquid fuels, wouldn't it?
Salary.
I don't know what exactly.
Vehicle maintenance?
Liquid fuels is very fussy about paying on anything that's used, whether it be repair or
Really?
purchased.
Okay, it's just for the roads.
Yeah, well, you can buy a new piece of equipment, but it has to be brand new, you know,
So
not.
we don't have to worry about the liquid fuels question.
No, that would become, that would
Liquid
only,
fuels are, no, that's,
that would be an off-budget item, you see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried, I'm
they
just
have
worried.
allowed $10,300 for equipment purchases.
That's not very much.
No. Hell, that won't buy an engine.
But that's
Repairs
just,
of tools and
Everything we
machines.
have is new.
but that's just buying equipment, that's not maintenance. Because maintenance and buying something are two different. you know.
Well,
It's
she's
a little
looking.
bit, yeah, I'm looking over this.
I gotta go shake hands with an old friend, excuse me.
Okay, tell them we said hey.
Oh, man. Don't get old, trust me on this one.
I'm looking through this. The general gov building plant, I'm not sure, that's 12,000, I'm not sure exactly what that is. Police department, fire department, planning, zoning, highway, road maintenance, payroll, workman's comp, insurance. They're really, because that's a question we do, how is it going to be paid for if we hire somebody?
So you do want to
Yeah,
put
let's
that in
ask,
there.
because I'm looking through this right now, and I'm not really, we have the general gov, building, plant, whatever the heck that is, 12,000.
They,
Equipment purchases, 10,300, winter maintenance,
they
10,000.
put one of those central air systems in.
Oh,
I'll tell you, it's nice in here.
Well, we used to have a noisy old,
Boy, that-
Oh, yeah.
window unit in the wall there.
yeah.
No, this, I love the floor. I mean, they did a really nice job.
I think the floor looks like it's used, like they pulled up a carpet and they just sanded something that was under the carpet.
It's
It's-
very,
it's
I'm
def-
not impressed with it at all.
very good.
It's definitely warmer in here for this temperature outside than it used to be.
Oh, isn't that the truth?
Well, that's our
It's in the
HVAC.
20s. Yeah, it's in the 20s outside, so.
Isn't it that our HVAC system that we put in?
It's something, that's what John was saying,
Yeah.
they put in a new and it's much better, yeah.
Yeah, it's more even.
Yeah, it's not
I don't
cold.
really, I think that's a good question, is if we add another employee,
How will the salary be paid?
yeah, how's it gonna get paid? And,
Yeah, where in the
How are we-
budget is it?
yeah, I'm not finding,
So that what I'm gonna say is that we're questioning hiring this new position of a part-time mechanic. The main questions are, how would, let me see, would workman's comp rates, how would they be?
What are they rates?
How will the salary be paid? And also something about tool purchases?
Special tool purchases.
How do I, what?
it would be special tools, not like wrenches and
Would he
hammers.
need,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Need, okay, tool
Because
purchases.
that would be my recommendation without question is that if we are going to do it in-house, we need to have the
The
tools
ability.
purchased
To do it.
and belonging to the township.
Cause I could just write this up handwritten and, because, so that they'll get it tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I want to
She
give
told
this
us
much.
we can send them memos if they read them, sometimes they don't
Well,
read them.
you just make a copy on the machine.
No, I mean, sometimes they don't.
Handwritten.
Yeah.
Put it in their mailbox. If they don't read the
Make an
mailbox,
extra copy.
who's
Oh, I
always-
see,
yeah.
and put it in each, okay,
Yeah,
I
and
got
make
it.
sure Wendy has a copy, because then she'll light a fire under
So
it.
4 copies, plus
but
ours.
it's very important. We've been voted in, even though you didn't want to be. We got.
Well, you didn't either.
No, I quit.
You did.
Do we-
No, I
You're
mean
not
it this
going.
time.
Do we wanna move on to the, bonds
Yes,
business?
let's. And
What's
as far
next?
as the bonds go, I say aye to a lot of them.
Right,
I say aye to a lot of them. All in favor?
Aye.
That's your job.
Yep, all in favor?
Aye.
Wait a minute, are they wanting to increase the bond
No.
amount?
no, just okaying them for this year.
Oh,
We're confirming that we're having bonds on these
The-
people.
We're,
And that we're paying it.
and that we're paying with it. We all agreed to, we all agreed to confirm?
Mhm.
Confirm?
Yes, it is confirmed. We confirm to continue the
Okay,
bond.
now we're ready for public comments.
Okay, public,
Speak up, public.
come on, let's go. We got another 10 minutes
I
here.
have nothing to say.
Yeah, because I was gonna say the guy with the loud muffler, that, we don't have anything to do with that, that has to be.
No,
brought
that's
before the supervisor,
the
yeah.
supervisor.
Yeah, we can't do anything with that.
And
Do you think that we should,
I'm trying to think of what other questions we gotta do on this related subject, okay? And the part-time, well, we didn't discuss the part-time road crew.
oh yeah,
Yeah, we did, we
He was-
said 20 for
he was
both,
in
21
there.
for both of them.
Okay,
Yeah, 21 for both of them.
So you said boo to both of them.
I said boof, I said
You said,
nay,
well, we agreed.
I said ixnay, amscray, taxay,
Let me
yourself-ay.
Let me write up the memo so that you guys can look at it and agree to what we're sending.
Do you
Yeah, that
think
would
we
be
should
good.
make copies of this stuff?
Just
Just send to them, yeah.
To give to them?
Absolutely.
For your perusal.
So they see where we got the figures from. Absolutely. Yeah.
And then,
Sorry.
here, you can have my copy.
No, I'm gonna keep mine.
I don't need this. I got
Sure you
enough.
do.
No, I got
I'm
enough.
gonna keep it.
Are you crotchety?
I could start my own recycling company,
You
damn it.
are the grouchiest old thing.
Thank you. I've been
Okay,
practicing that for a long time.
No.
I got humbugged down pretty good now.
You're doing a good job. I'll give you
The
credit
Adams
for that.
County ladies, they call me the Grinch now.
Do they?
So where's your son working that he got $17 an hour increase?
He's working as a machinist in Littletown, starting pay,
Good for him.
Wow.
which really pleases me. Or he actually called me up because we ran out of 409. So we,
Cleaning solution.
yeah,
Okay.
formula 409, square
Did
line,
you
wipe
use
it
that?
off. Well, I went and I bought a spray bottle of Simple Green.
Yeah. Okay.
Figured, does it work? We'll see if it works. I heard it works pretty good. So, it works pretty good. And he says, Dad, you can go ahead and buy a gallon of Simple Green. It works better than 409. I said, great. Today I finally found in Napa, I found Simple Green in a gallon.
Oh.
Okay? I couldn't find it anywhere else. So here I am. I'm driving back home, heading to Kenny's. Phone rings. Dad, you don't have to buy Simple Green. They're letting me steal it from the shop. He
Whoa.
says, no. His first word is, Dad, you got a container? I'm going, you want to speak in a full sentence? What container for what? I don't have to piss. What the hell? He can get Simple Green out of a 55-gallon drum, and the people he just started working for said, yeah, go ahead, steal a little. Well, I told him, too late, I already bought it, but I got a bottle now that says Simple Green, so when we run out of it, you can go to work, if it's still working there, and steal some and put it in a Simple Green bottle. So it's labeled properly.
I'll bet you Lowe's would have it in a gallon. Joe?
I've looked in a lot of places.
Cause they got some cleaning, commercial.
Yeah, I looked at the whole shelf in Lowe's.
Oh, well.
It seems to be an automotive thing.
Yeah, I was looking for some, polyurethane stripper. And,
Oh, good luck with that.
Well, I found some.
MEK?
No, it's, paint and poly remover, and you can only get it in the, craft section at Walmart in Rouserville. Yeah, so,
I had to go to Hanover, not the regular one on Eisenhower, but all the way on the other side to find my alpha lipoic acid. And I was gonna wipe the shelf out, but I left in one bottle. I bought 4 of them. Because every time I'm looking for it, I can't find it.
what do you use that for?
It's for my neuropathy. When they cured me from the histoplasmosis, it was a fungicide, conazole, and I lost the feeling in my toes.
Oh,
That's a side effect, nerve damage. And so alpha lipoic acid / L-carnitine is in one pill. And that's what the doctor told me would help. And then Magox 400 at the same time. And my toes, finally I can feel them when I wiggle them. So, you know,
Are you for sure not gonna keep your copies of this?
I don't want a copy of this monthly pay. I don't need a copy of this mechanic because I will trust you guys to have a copy of that.
All right,
You can give my copies to Wendy.
all right.
And this is auto mechanic's salary in Pennsylvania. All that you can give to Wendy as a package.
Yeah, because let me read this to you to see what you think before I write it up and make copies.
Okay? We'll wait till she finishes copying. Hey, I got an idea. How about we have a meeting next week too?
Why? We're gonna go to the meeting.
No, that's the supervisor meeting. I mean, we get paid to meeting.
I actually don't have a problem with that as long as Wendy can work us in.
Well, that's the trouble I've noticed. We're
And the
supposed to
weather.
have
And the weather.
complete access to everything.
Are we
But
going to
we
try
are
to do
at
a
her
monthly
beck and
or
call.
bi-monthly meeting in the future?
I would like to try a monthly meeting
You want to do a monthly meeting?
up until springtime. And
Why?
I want to go through the budget of last year, and we're going to have to go through if this.
We can't do anything about the budget. That's not up to us. That's the circuit.
No, we've got to keep their feet to the fire. Is the money being spent?
But we have no say-so about that. Wendy told us that.
No, we're not changing the budget. We have a meeting to look at receipts and see if we're staying on budget. We got a new budget, and in January,
How
we're gonna be.
how can we decide in January if we're staying on budget?
Well, I mean, we can look over all of last year's money.
Yeah, we still have to do fourth quarter.
We haven't done the fourth quarter of last year, number one.
We met in November.
Yeah, and that was it. And we didn't meet for 6 months.
Well, if you remember, we always meet towards the end of January to do fourth quarter documents.
Okay, that's my suggestion.
Okay.
What do you think?
Don't forget, when you were gone, I came in, and I can see you came in too, so it wasn't
Okay.
like 6 months of nobody.
Okay, good. Well, I wasn't sure about that.
No, we both came in. so-
Because of COVID and all this other.
Yeah, no, we came in individually, so it wasn't 6 months of nobody.
I want to feel personally like I'm doing what the idiots that elected me asked me to do. I ain't got a clue what I'm doing.
Katie, why don't you check with Wendy about, can we still go back to mornings? Like 9:30 something?
I'm gonna have to check with her for the
Yeah.
simple reason
Oh, because
that,
we interrupt Jessica.
Yeah,
we interrupt Jessica.
right.
So I need to see how we can work with that.
Is there a day
Kind of
Jessica
frustrating.
doesn't come in?
That's a good question. question, I don't know.
Maybe we can arrange for Jessica not to be here.
She only comes in for like an hour or two at a time.
Well,
She's not here like for all day.
yeah, but she comes in the middle.
Usually here,
Yeah, I know.
like 3 or 4 hours a day, I thought.
No, just like an hour and a half. That's what Wendy told me.
Well, we could look at the books and see real quick. We can answer that question real quick. We'll have an afternoon meeting to make her feel okay. And then 3 to 1, we outnumber her. Let her come in on our schedule once in a while. I mean, it's really strange, just thinking out loud. I'm an auditor. I was elected to be able to look at the books anytime I want. I can walk in here and do it.
You come in all kinds of times.
I know, but then Wendy will go, well, tomorrow's not good, or you can't come in after the meeting. This week, we got the planning commission, we got this.
That happens because we have questions to ask her, so
Yeah.
we have to be
But then-
compromising.
But as far as Jessica goes, if she can't come in an hour later, so we can come in the mornings.
Oh, I got you,
You
okay.
see what I'm saying?
Yep, I got you. Yep.
We put off our meetings sometimes a whole month because it conflicts with all the other stuff that's going on.
Well, again, check with Wendy, okay?
Just,
Yes, I will.
just tell Wendy that you're gonna call the FBI if she doesn't let you look at the books.
No, I'll get Secret Service, bleep the FBI, they're too busy.
Can you both listen to what I got before I write it up?
Well, when she gets finished copying.
Okay.
I can hear over here pretty good.
That's what I was wondering.
Okay.
Again, it's listed as a memo. Wendy said we can do this, and I'm gonna give it to the Board of Supervisors and Wendy
In their mailbox
in their
tonight.
mailboxes, yeah. Okay. We, the auditors, are questioning hiring the new position of part-time mechanic. Number 1, what are overall costs over salary? Number 2, would position need to purchase special/extra tools to complete jobs? Number 3, what would workman's compensation rate be? 4, how will salary be paid? Is that it?
Oh boy, is that perfect. And
Should
then,
I say anything about, something about the meeting next week, or?
yeah, go ahead and put in
Let them know
that.
we're showing up.
We plan to get answers for this at the next supervisors meeting on the 11th. We will be in attendance to answer questions.
With bells aren't till.
Yes, so they know we're coming.
Should I make the mention that we did set the salary?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, we've set the salary, you can tell them what we've decided that how do you word it? We have decided on a salary
We did set
if
the salary at
The
We
20.
did set the salary
If the
based upon all this
supervisors-
stuff.
decide to answer our,
So should I hold off on the business about Mickey being a certified mechanic and not say anything about that yet?
now we could bring that up in a meeting,
Yeah,
That's
we
what I
can
mean,
bring
yeah.
that up.
public meeting,
Yeah,
This way
I won't put it in the memo.
because the public, quote, unquote, doesn't care.
Okay, so I need a plain piece of paper. She had memo things, but I don't know where they are.
Just rip a piece off and start on underneath it.
What's the?
Just start a new page.
No, I need a plain white piece of paper, I would think, to write it on.
It'll make a copy.
Yellow.
Yeah, of course. Just won't have lines.
The lines will show up if I make a copy.
Well, then if you're doing it on a yellow and it's got lines, then it even looks better. It's more easy to read. You can even double space it.
I don't even know what he's talking
But
about.
it'll come out in white.
I'm gonna take the white, put it over the lines, and use the lines for guides.
This has been a more enjoyable,
Is that what you call it?
constructive beginning of the year meeting as far as I'm concerned. We're actually doing something substantial here.
Absolutely, that's our job.
And that's what our jobs are.
Mhm.
Why the hell are we gonna get our major salaries when we don't do anything? But then that saves on the budget. I want a refund for the money I didn't spend last year. on my taxes. Yeah, you didn't hear me when I went to the last year's budget meeting. You were there when we were discussing the 2021 budget. When I told them I don't want my taxes to increase, let the roads turn to shit.
Unless what?
Let the roads go to shit, and I don't care. You know, why are we paying to improve a road for 13 people when I got a long driveway across the street? He does it himself. You know, a quarter-mile driveway, and he does it himself. Anyway, my point being is nobody cares. Unless there's some interweb fuss going on, it's a soap opera, we have whatever that was called, embezzlement going on. And nobody likes Vinny, so,
I'm embezzling 3 clips from
well,
Jessica.
I did notice your 25 cents for the copy was in the books.
It better be.
I checked, I did. She made a copy and she says, I'm leaving 25 cents for the copy, and I said, well, I wanna see it in books. Just like when I found out they overpaid me $5,
Boy, you put up a fuss.
I put up a big fuss.
Did they correct it?
Yeah,
Good.
He insisted, she was gonna say, don't worry about it, and he said, oh no, you gotta fix it.
exactly, just like your quarter.
I've got a bunch of those clips. I keep meaning to bring to Wendy one
I
of
love
these days.
these things.
Yeah, I reuse them.
Yeah, so do I.
When I'm done 10 years from now, with my clip together, I throw the stuff away, but I keep the clip. Just like I reuse both sides of my adding machine, paper.
I keep forgetting.
I turn it around, once I use up the whole roll, I turn it around and put it back to it on the other side. I am a Republican, I'm a fiscal conservative, because I ain't got no money. I ain't got a printing press in my basement.
The Fed does.
That's what I'm saying, they do. It is so scary. In Times Square, you cannot comprehend $1 trillion, let alone what's gonna happen when what's next?
Quadrillion.
$1,000 trillion?
Quadrillion.
That's
Zillion, I think so.
gazillion, I think is the better word.
No, it's just zillion with a Z.
Okay, we started at 1800.
And right now, I'd say we rounded off to
1930.
1930, okay. End time, 19,
Because we're not quite done yet.
no, that's true. 1930, that's 1.5 hours.
Mhm.
1.5.
I wondered why I was getting sleepy. We've been here an hour
No, but we've had important
We should all
stuff.
sign this memo too.
Yes, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, and then I'd like to have a copy of that.
Yeah, I'll keep a copy for us. Okay. It's got holes in it, but oh well.
We're not worried about it.
I got a
We
few
ain't
holes
that-
in my head too, so.
Sue, we are not that anal.
Hey, I'm the secretary, I gotta do a good job.
Okay, that's why we kept her as
And
a
I should date
secretary.
it too.
Because she's the
Today's,
best.
yeah,
I
today's,
make a very good co-chair.
today's Tuesday.
I kept us on Robert's principles or whatever the hell that is.
Robert's rules.
I don't know if I want to run again.
I'm sure you do.
No, I don't.
You know, it just dawned on me, we gotta do another one of those ethics things.
Yeah, you gotta do them every year.
Yeah,
How come you have to run again?
next year, not this year. 2024.
That would mean,
I'm stuck for 6 years, bud.
I got, mine expires with.
My 6 years just
Loggers.
started.
Yeah. You're
So
even
it's
worse off than
every 2
ours.
years.
I'm gonna be ancient.
Every 2 years you keep going.
God,
Hey, it's your fault you said you would do it.
I know.
She said she wouldn't do it. I twisted her arm and got her on the ballot.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
didn't
do
have
it.
no choice. Don't you go doing that for me if I don't wanna do it. 2026, I'm heading to Arizona.
Again,
For
yeah.
good?
for good.
Good for you.
I'm packing it up.
I couldn't
Susan,
stand that climate.
Sir Kirk
Yeah.
maxes out on his parole in 2026. I've got no reason to stay here. I'm perfectly comfortable in this area with all the people we know and everything, yourselves included.
It's too hot, dusty, and dry.
Oh, are you kidding? That's my, hello, I got my long johns on, and I got a shirt, and I got a hooded sweatshirt, and then I'm covered with my coveralls. And I'm comfortable.
Well, you are a skinny little thing, I must say.
Hey, I got my winter weight on. I went all the way up to 148, I'll tell you. On the
Probably,
official
what, about
bathroom,
50 pounds
my
overweight?
official bathroom scale from the kitchen in New York in 1950 something.
It's probably more accurate than what they make now.
I know, I keep arguing with them. I had a flight physical nurse told me how much I weighed. I said, no, I don't. She said, you weigh 155. I said, no, I don't. I says, I took off my boots. I says, here, watch this. I took off my boots. I took everything out of all my pockets, right? And I dropped 10 pounds. And she said to one of the other ones, I wish I could lose weight that quick.
I'm joking. I pull everything out of my pockets when I go, because I carry way too much stuff in my pockets.
I need to because I'll get blown away in a strong wind.
Oh, is that your ballast?
Yeah, especially with, if I don't zip her up,
Yeah.
I become inflated.
That's right, man, you feel like a flying nun.
Yeah. And I don't even look like Sally Fields.
Not even close. Her beard isn't nearly so white.
That's only a passing thing, because it's cold out there.
I can't get John to grow a beard.
Mhm.
He grows the most beautiful beard, and I can't get him to grow one.
Do they have a senior citizen discount grocery store down there in Arizona?
I have no idea, and I don't care. When I move, and if I sell my house, I'm buying a trailer in Arizona somewhere.
Because you're the chair. You should put your signature on the first one, because you're the chair.
She wants to go to Arizona,
You know, like we do for
Yeah.
years, and I don't, you know.
Well, you're gonna go.
and I tell her,
You're gonna go.
well, our conversation is, gee, it's cold outside, and she goes, Arizona, and now I go, 2026, start downsizing.
Good luck.
Oh,
I'm
been doing
not,
that.
just like this trip
That's what I
we went on, she didn't believe
What
it.
happened, yeah.
That looks so pretty. You made it so nice and
Would you
neat and
John
tidy.
Hancock? Well, I had
No,
lines.
I'll put
but-
Richard, I'll put my signature down. John Hancock is dead.
And read, you know, but I'll get you, do you want copies for each of you, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, please, I would like to have a
So
copy.
let me see. 3 for the supervisors, 1 for Wendy, 3 for us.
Well, you gotta put that down here, CC.
3, 6, 7, what?
When, before you copy this, you gotta put CC.
Oh, the copies?
Carbon copies to, and then you write who got a copy. Being a vice president of a corporation, I had to know stuff like this.
And the treasurer.
Well, especially.
Oh, yeah, I'm an interim,
I want
as
to know
an
that Wendy
interim
gets a
treasurer.
copy, yeah.
Trying to find
Oh,
somebody stupid enough to wanna do it.
do I need to say anything about putting it on the agenda?
If you want, yeah.
Yeah.
We have to, I think. So that's a separate, that's a
Well, we
separate.
just tell her to call, we just
I
call
would say
her.
that, yeah, that's a separate memo to Wendy, they don't have need to know,
No.
but Wendy, again, when you call her about making the meetings, can you ask her about that too? Putting it on the agenda?
You guys
Maybe
fucking
not,
remember
yeah.
all this?
What do you think, we're getting paid for this or something?
Crap, I
Come
don't
on.
remember all this.
I gotta go home and cook supper. Good thing I only have to nuke it. And I don't nuke things. That's an invention by mother-in-laws to bump off husbands.
That I microwave, that's pretty good, yeah.
I make Susan do the microwaving.
Oh, yeah?
I do put it, I'll put it in the micro, I'll open the door and put it in, but she pushes the button, because I'm out of the room.
What do we want to call
Oh, you don't
ourselves
like
for
the
the
radiation.
meeting?
Oh.
The Three Musketeers attack the supervisors? What do we want to say for, what do we want Wendy to put, or what do we want Wendy to put into the
Questioning,
No,
Hiring.
auditor's report, that's all.
questioning hiring of part-time mechanic,
questions concerning?
okay? Did you
No.
write, can I do mine now?
4/22. You can growl at me all you want. I'm already a well-trained husband. I know about Susan growling. It falls on deaf ears. You sign it. But if you want it to be passed legal, the way that some people, they dig deep on all this junk, you know? Excuse me. Or as
What's
we
Wendy's
used
last name?
Peck,
Peck.
P-E-C-K.
PCC. And who else? Well, the auditor's got a carbon copy.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, just,
Richard Swyatt.
we're keeping your feet to the fire here, Miss Secretary, duly appointed.
Thank God you got the secretary's job. Your handwriting is so nice.
Is it? Well, I
That's
print.
why.
Yeah, I
Compared
print.
to mine,
See my
I print
signature?
right sort of thing, yeah.
That's my handwriting.
you haven't signed yet.
I haven't gotten.
It's not pretty though, I wish it was prettier.
Dude, that's mine.
Oh, Katie, you might need to help me about making copies.
Oh, boy.
It's pretty bad.
No.
I don't know
Is that
how,
thing shut down again?
this is the new one. And
Oh, I hate that thing.
Yeah,
Is it shut down?
it says print,
Oh, okay, good.
so I just put it in anyway.
It goes
Yeah, mine is Egyptian hieroglyphics.
This way?
I have everything like a G, a Y, or something that goes below the line.
No, I
I
have.
got H's and T's and everything that goes above the line. And then all the rest is the same.
Oh, this is different,
So,
yeah.
but you can't tell if it's an H.
Yeah.
You can tell if it's, maybe tell it's an R.
Well, now this son of yours that got the job in Hanover,
Littlestown.
Littlestown, okay, was he the
Oh,
one
yeah,
working
you
at the
did
Dollar
the holes,
House?
yeah, good.
They both work there. Christopher wound up, younger son, I call him number 2 son,
Uh-huh,
Yeah, ready.
from Charlie Chambers.
yeah,
Okay, Kirk is number 1 son, he was born first.
yeah.
So when he got out of jail, he got a dishwasher position at
Okay.
the Goblin House, whereas his brother was upstairs, got promoted to sous chef.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
And when he came home and told me about his promotion and pay raise, I told him, yeah, now everything that goes wrong is your fault. That ain't gonna last, you ain't gonna like that. And so he left.
Okay, so
Your job is to call Wendy
Yep,
and set our next auditor meeting
and the agenda.
and put auditors on the agenda
I was wondering if I ought to put a note or put something on these.
to remind you.
No, this is, we're putting them in the folders for in the slots.
Well, just write a note to Wendy, each supervisor got a copy of this.
Make a note, but I wrote the
Do we
number.
have a note? We don't
The
have any
sticky note
notes.
should be on Jessica's.
I love my stealing all her stuff.
That's okay. We're bending to her will. So, we're allowed to help ourselves.
Actually, she's
Hey,
already
this is
got-
office supplies, this all got to do with
She's
office.
got notes stuck on it, I don't wanna tear off the note with.
Here, this is Wendy's stuff here.
Okay.
She can have,
May I please have a sheet of your paper there, dear?
I might go put these in the mailboxes.
this is very, very,
Yeah,
Very-
no, anything new is gonna be, gotta think about
well,
it.
yeah, it's their fault. It's not our fault, we're just advising. Like I had to do with the ethics board. Talk about having to file ethics
Mhm.
form. We had to do it for the pesticide advisory board. And we weren't, they were saying that we were making regulations, but we weren't. We were advising the legislature. And I got dressed up in a suit and tie. You wouldn't have recognized me. And I went with the lawyer, his, I want to say apprentice, who's the intern. the lawyer, his intern, and the chief of the pesticide department. We went, ethics, I told you this story.
I don't think so.
The ethics board refused our argument in a letter when we told them we don't feel we need to do an ethics commission. I mean, file,
I'm not
financial
putting
statements.
in those manila envelopes so that they'll see them. Because, sometimes you can walk right by and
I-
see something new.
We asked for an appeal, we appealed to the full board, the lawyer did, because we took exception to this. That's the board as a whole. And so I showed up for the hearing in front of the Pennsylvania State Ethics Commission, all 7 of them.
Are we
Sitting up
adjourning?
there on their high thing. Well, let's adjourn. You want a motion?
Yeah, I make a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
So that we can write out our time thingies?
Yep,
I'm gonna
Well-
put 7:30.
that's what we did. All in favor?
Aye.
Wait a second, I need a second.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, meeting adjourned.
And I
At
filled out my
7:30.
meeting thing. So here I am. You have to understand, John Tack, I still keep in touch with him actually. He knows me, and he's watched me get passionate at meetings. I mean, well, you've seen me. I'll get, when I have, when I get passionate on a subject, there's no filter, right? So here we are, the Ethics Commission is discussing this, and the lawyer's going blah, 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 blah. And I forget what they
Did you do the
said,
time sheet?
so I raised my
Because I'm
hand.
gonna put it in with
To be
this,
heard.
Okay.
notes, yeah.
And the minute they called me, here goes John Taklowski. Because he's going, what the hell is he gonna say? Just like that, you could tell he's going, oh my God, holy cat. So I told him, I said, listen, you guys are living in a dream world, okay? I says, hell, I said, you don't even, you tell us to fill out these financial statements. I don't have a problem filling out anything, because I ain't got any finances. I said, it's simple for me, but you guys send me a form and say you want 3 copies, and you only put 2 copies in the form. I gotta go make a copy of it even. And then they continued on, and then the ringleader, you could tell, sort of like you could tell at a board, you could tell who's the instigator, right? Where he's got a thorn under a burr under his saddle. And he's talking about how we have an unfair advantage being on the board, business advantage. When they make regulations, we get advance notice, like we're making money on stocks or something, right? So, again, I raised my hand, and now John is, he's like this. And I stood up and I said, obviously, you don't have a clue how this board works. If you did, you would know you could have the same advantage we have. All you gotta do is show up at a meeting like we do. I don't make nothing on this meeting except I get a free lunch. And I would much rather be in a helicopter getting high killing things. That's what I thought. One of the ethics commission guys called me the rotor nut. They went into executive session, like here at the board. They already had the form already filled out denying us, right? They went into the room, we went out, and the lawyer, while we're sitting in the hallway, he says, well, how do you think we're doing? I said, well, number one, when we went in there, we didn't have a snowball's chance in hell. But right now, I think it's 50-50. I think we got them thinking. We went back in and they changed, they reversed their opinion, and we don't have to file financial reports.
Oh, we have to do that, don't we?
John Tack.
We have to file the financial, we already did it.
Taklowski. No, we gotta do it again.
That's what I thought, don't we have to do it again?
Every year.
Yeah, we have to do that every year, that,
John Tack.
Does it, when do you usually go?
At the next board meeting, he told everybody, you can thank Rich for this being reversed, but nobody, he says, you ought to seen him in there. And when the lawyer, this is the best part, could you imagine our lawyer, John, doing this, we can't, they invited us to stay for the rest of the meeting, right?
Mhm.
And we all had things to do, right? So here we are. And we come out of the meeting after finding out that we won the appeal. And the lawyer, he goes like this. He puts his briefcase down and he goes, "Yes!" Just like that. Obviously, nobody ever gets them to overturn their decision once their minds are made up.
Wow.
That's the general idea. That's the general feeling I got, that this lawyer hadn't seen it happen before.
Hadn't seen him win in a while,
Yeah,
huh?
but
That is kind of ridiculous, if all they was giving you was lunch, and they were making you file an ethics form.
yeah, I mean, and we only meet once, 3 times a year, and I suggested we meet once a year. You know, I was, you know, or I got them to change the meeting. You're a farmer, you know, you ain't got time.
2022?
Yes, absolutely.
Better than this last one.
You'll be seeing you
You're a
again
farmer,
soon,
you ain't got
probably.
time to go to a meeting.
Yeah, as long as the meeting's next week, if they don't do
We've
it
got to
again.
go to a meeting
It's,
at the beginning of March,
The 11th.
I like the 6 o'clock
and
business.
after the
6 o'clock
growing
business,
season's
It's
over
so
in
cold,
October.
you know, yeah.
Well,
And
we're
maybe
early
in
night
winter.
people anyway.
But that's what farmers are. And I don't
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
nobody wants to come in, they all gotta be
Yeah.
working.
Do you want to hit the lights there,
I
honey?
sure will, all 3 of them.
Yes.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, ladies and public, general public,
All right, turn your lights on.